So here's what I would suggest fixing specifically from a tech SEO standpoint on the site. So there are a bunch of errors that you most definitely want to have fixed or fix on your site. And the first one is, let me track this icon over here. So the first thing that you want to fix on the site is this error type, which is page has links to broken page, and that's pretty self-explanatory. What that means, what this error is all about, is that for example, on this page, let me just go to the page itself. So on this page you have this anchor or clickable text, carrera, I guess it's in Spanish or something. Yeah, it's in Spanish, and basically if you search for this text on the page, you can find this link over here, and if you click the link, it just goes to a broken page. So obviously that's a bad sign when it comes to user experience, and also it's not a positive situation for SEO. And you have multiple cases of that situation on other language pages. So basically all the career alternatives in different languages, all these links are broken. For example, on the Spanish site, on the French site, on other language variations of the page. That's one type. Also, you have this text, Tower of London, on the Tower of London itineraries page, and if you search for it and click it, it's also broken. So basically this report shows a list of pages that have broken links. The solution here is pretty obvious. You just need to fix the broken links so that they open actual career pages, or if you don't have any open jobs at this point, then you can just remove this menu item altogether so that you don't have this career issue. Plus the Tower of London broken link also should be fixed by either just adding a link to a workable, to an up and running page, or just removing the Tower of London menu item altogether. So that's when it comes to the first error type, page has links to broken page. And in this particular case, it's pretty obvious that fixing this issue can move the needle, because when users come to your site and when they see that you have a broken link, that's not really a positive impression, especially if it's the first thing that people do on the page. So that's why it's super crucial to fix that. The second issue or error type is HTTPS has internal links to HTTP. So the problem here is that you have a bunch of pages that have not HTTPS URLs but HTTP, and the HTTP version, so this one, is considered to be not secure, and that's why you want to make sure that instead of these URLs you have their HTTPS alternatives. And that's important because let's say if your competitors have secured URLs and you have these URLs, not secure URLs, they will be able to outrank you. I mean, if everything else is equal, but the only difference is this, they will have an upper hand. So that's why it's a good idea to fix it. And it's pretty easy to fix it because you can just go to, for example, this page, the French language privacy policy page, find the URL, the HTTPS URL, and you can easily find it by using this anchor value. So copy the anchor value, then just go to the page and find it here. And when you click it, I mean when you even hover over, and select inspect, if you're using a Google Chrome browser, then you can see that it's an HTTP URL instead of HTTPS. So there's a missing S. All right, so that's when it comes to fixing this sort of issues, and that's important because, like I said before, pages that use the HTTPS version are considered more secure. Moving on. So the next issue type here is for pages, and these are again broken pages. As I mentioned before, they basically coincide with the previous error type, and once we fix this error, page has links to broken page, the 4.4 page and the 4xx page error types will be gone. So it's basically making the whole situation easier to handle, because again, just to clarify, once we fix this, these two error types will also be gone. Right, now about image file size too large. The problem here is, as the name suggests, a bunch of images on your site are way too large. For example, if we go again to this French itineraries page and check the target URL link over here. So as you can see, it's a PNG image, and if you click it, this is the image we're talking about, and this image is overly large. Let me just see where it is, and you see it even loads slowly. So since it's pretty big, it takes a few more seconds to load this image. So what you want to do is optimize this image so that it's more lightweight and easier to load for the browser. And by more lightweight, I mean less than 1 megabyte, because everything that is 1 or more megabytes is considered to be too heavy by Ahrefs. This is the tool that I'm using to demonstrate your SEO health score, basically, technical SEO health score. So that's when it comes to specifically this error type, image file size too large. And again, you just need to optimize these images, and then this error will be gone. And the next error type is, let me see, open or orphan pages has no incoming internal links. This is potentially an issue, potentially because it depends on what kind of pages you have here. Because if we go just to this page, it's pretty obvious that is just, let me close out of these guys, that is just some sort of a sample page, just as the URL says, and most likely you didn't intend to, you weren't going to show it to anybody, just for some possibly testing reasons or whatever. That's why you have this page. And also, if you used it for that, you can actually just remove it, just to make sure that your site is not bloated, and that's pretty much it. And then we can ignore this error because it will be gone. The second page that is orphan, and again, orphan means that you don't have other pages linking to this page. So we have this author page, not that much useful content, and that's why I think it's also okay to just ignore this notification about this page error on this page because it's just an author page, and there's no useful content on it. So what we can do is either remove this page or no index the page. Just as far as I remember, yeah, you're using WordPress, so you can just easily no index this page, and this error will also be gone. And the other page here is this one. It's also orphan page, and obviously with no content, so we can either remove it or no index the page. So that's when it comes to specifically errors, technical SEO errors on your site. And fixing these issues will have the biggest impact, the biggest bang for your buck, so to put it. When it comes to the rest of the items here, the yellow ones, because the red ones, the red triangles, these are actual errors, the most important things to fix. That's why I would suggest tackling them in the first place. These yellow items are warnings, and you may want to fix them later, and they are less important. But in terms of what they are, so H1 tag missing, it means that on some pages you don't have the H1 tag, which is supposed to be the heading. So in your case, you have privacy policy, and it's instead of H1, it's, let me see what it is. It is H3, as you can see over here for yourself. So it's H3. Ideally, it should be H1, but I don't think it's a crucial issue because, first of all, it's a privacy policy page, and people don't find sites by searching for privacy policy pages. So it's kind of a good idea to fix it, but it's not the end of the world, and it will not basically change anything when it comes to ranking for a keyword. So and that's exactly why in Ahrefs it's listed under warnings but not errors, because fixing this issue on this particular page will not really, again, have much impact. And when it comes to other pages, here, you have this COVID-19 update page. Again, it's out of date, so I don't think it makes sense to do anything about this. Private hire, if you expect to be found, if you expect that people will search for it and you want to be ranked with this page, then yes, it will move the needle. It will be crucial to fix that. And again, I guess it's H3 as well. No, actually it's H2, but still not H1. So a similar situation here. You need to change this to be H1, and so on. So basically, what we need to do here is identify what pages out of this gang, out of this bunch, you actually want to rank for, and then fix H1s only on those pages. Because if it's just a technical page like the privacy policy one, fixing this H1 issue will not change your bottom line whatsoever. When it comes to, let me see, the rest of the warnings here, you have made a description too short. It's also recommended to fix it, but only on those pages where you either already rank in the top 10 or which you want to actually rank for something. Because for example, again, the privacy page doesn't have a proper meta description, but so it's pretty much meta description, and it's super short, and ideally, yes, you should make it bigger, like proper size, but I don't think you will rank with this page for anything. So fixing it is a good idea, but not crucial. A good idea because if you fix it, more pages on your site will look organized and properly configured, but it's just to influence your site in general and to a very small extent, not something that can be a deal breaker or whatever. So that's when it comes to specifically this type of pages. Let me see. Okay, and what else do we have here? Open graph tags incomplete. You want to make sure that it's complete on pages that you expect people to share on social media, because this open graph tag matters for things like sharing content on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it. Because if you don't have it, it's just not gonna display properly. For example, when somebody shares your page on one of these social media platforms, they may just not display your image properly and things like that. So it's a good idea to fix such things on the pages that you want to rank for. Again, we need to identify which pages they are. Obviously not the privacy policy page, obviously not the sample page or terms and conditions. So again, we need to agree on what pages you want to rank for, and then work on them. So that just goes to show, as I mentioned before, that the fact that you have these errors here doesn't mean that you need to handle them, and they are not created equal. These errors are not equal whatsoever, so it depends. Also, let's go back, and yeah, so 3xx redirect. This is actually, let me see. Okay, so you would need to check if it's intended, and we would need to talk about this if the redirects are intended. And then if they are, then there's nothing to fix about this. If they are not, then we would need to see where to link instead. So for example, let's just take this page, this URL. Okay, I'm copying the URL here, and I'm gonna use it in this doc. So we have this URL. Let me just use it as plain text. So this is the URL we're talking about, and this URL redirects to this. Let me see if it's really the case. So I'm just gonna copy this URL, place it in here. Okay, and make sure that it's like this. Now, when I click this one, it should theoretically redirect to, okay, it's redirecting to, it's just opening this page, and all right, so in this case it's not really redirecting, so maybe it's something that was already fixed or updated, because according to this report it redirects from this page to this page and then to this page. So again, that's the case when we would need to go over this this list and see what redirects are still working and if they're redirecting to the right spots. And yeah, this would be something that I need your feedback, whether it's intended or intentional or not. All right, this should give you a pretty good understanding of what this technical SEO report is all about. Let me go back to this page. Okay, and to sum it up, I would recommend taking care of these issues first, because doing so will make sure that you don't have any crucial issues that would just prevent your site from further SEO activities. And these we may want to tackle them later because they are not so important. So that's in a nutshell what I would recommend doing when it comes to specifically the technical SEO aspect on your site. So if that works, please let me know when you're ready to get started, or if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Thank you.